Welcome back to the channel The Coin Empire. Today we are diving deep into one of the most mysterious and fascinating coins ever discussed among collectors and treasure hunters, the legendary 1973 Lincoln 1-cent coin that many believe could be worth an unbelievable $115 million because of rare minting errors, shocking mistakes, unusual characteristics, and hidden possibilities that continue to excite the coin collecting world even decades after it was produced. Imagine reaching into an old jar of pennies, checking a forgotten piggy bank, or opening a dusty family collection only to discover a tiny copper coin that could completely change your life forever. That dream is exactly why millions of people around the world continue searching through pocket change every single day, and the 1973 penny has become one of the most talked about coins because of the incredible stories surrounding rare error examples and mysterious versions that may exist in extremely small numbers. The 1973 1-cent coin was minted at the Denver Mint during a time when the United States Mint was producing billions of pennies for circulation, but whenever coins are made in such massive quantities, mistakes can happen. Sometimes those mistakes are small and barely noticeable, while other times they create extraordinary coins that become the center of attention in the collecting world. The possibility of a rare 1973 penny with multiple mint errors appearing in pristine condition has fueled speculation for years, and collectors continue hunting for examples with dramatic features that could push values into astonishing territory. One of the biggest reasons a 1973 penny could become incredibly valuable is the chance of a double die error. A double die happens when the design on the coin die receives a misaligned impression during the hubbing process, causing letters, numbers, and design elements to appear doubled on the final coin. On certain rare pennies, the doubling can be seen clearly in the date, the word liberty, or the phrase "In God We Trust." If a 1973 penny were discovered with dramatic double die features combined with exceptional preservation, collectors would immediately recognize it as something special. The stronger and clearer the doubling appears, the more excitement it creates among experts and buyers. Another possibility that could make a 1973 penny worth an enormous fortune is an off-metal strike error. Normally, Lincoln cents from 1973 were made primarily of copper, but sometimes minting accidents caused coins to be struck on the wrong planchet intended for another denomination. Imagine finding a 1973 penny accidentally struck on a dime planchet, a foreign coin blank, or another unusual metal composition. Such errors are extremely rare because mint quality control usually catches mistakes before coins leave the facility. However, every once in a while, an error escapes into circulation, creating a once-in-a-lifetime collectible that collectors compete fiercely to own. The combination of a rare off-metal strike and a unique historical background could send values soaring beyond imagination. Collectors also pay massive attention to coins with broad strike errors, where the collar fails during the minting process and the coin spreads outward without its normal raised rim. These coins often appear wider and distorted, creating a dramatic appearance that instantly catches attention. A 1973 penny with a strong broad strike combined with a full red uncirculated surface could become one of the most desirable Lincoln cent errors ever discovered. The visual appeal of such an unusual coin can cause bidding wars among collectors who are constantly searching for unique pieces that nobody else owns. Another fascinating mistake involves clipped planchets. This occurs when the metal blank is improperly cut, leaving part of the coin missing in a curved or straight shape. A dramatic clip on a 1973 penny could create an unforgettable appearance, especially if the error is large and clearly visible. Error collectors love coins with obvious mint mistakes because they tell a story about the minting process and represent moments when machinery malfunctioned in unexpected ways. The more dramatic the error appears, the greater the demand often becomes. There are also rumors among collectors about experimental metal compositions used during the early 1970s. During that era, the United States Mint was researching alternatives to copper because of rising metal prices. If an experimental 1973 penny were discovered using an unusual alloy never intended for circulation, it could become one of the most historically important coins ever found. Experts would immediately study the coin's weight, color, and metallic properties to confirm its authenticity. A genuine experimental composition coin from 1973 would likely attract global attention from museums, wealthy investors, and elite collectors willing to pay extraordinary amounts for ownership. Condition is another critical factor in determining value. Most 1973 pennies entered circulation and became worn through daily use, but coins preserved in flawless mint state condition are extremely rare. A perfect example graded at the highest possible level by professional grading companies can command enormous premiums because collectors desire the finest known specimens. Even a common penny can become valuable if it survives with blazing red luster, razor-sharp details, and virtually no imperfections. If a rare error coin also exists in perfect condition, its value can increase dramatically because the combination of rarity and preservation becomes almost impossible to duplicate. Some collectors believe there may be undiscovered 1973 pennies with multiple errors on a single coin. Imagine a penny with a double die, off-center strike, and wrong planchet all at once. Such combinations are extraordinarily rare because several minting accidents would need to happen simultaneously. Coins like that become legendary within the hobby because they are considered unique masterpieces of mint era history. The possibility that one of these coins could still be hiding in circulation keeps treasure hunters searching through old penny rolls every day. Off-center strike errors are also extremely popular among collectors. These occur when the coin blank is not properly centered during striking, leaving part of the design missing while exposing a blank area. A dramatic off-center 1973 penny with a fully visible date can become highly valuable because collectors prefer errors where the date remains readable. The larger the off-center strike while still showing the date, the greater the excitement usually becomes. Some off-center coins look so unusual that people can hardly believe they were produced by the United States Mint. Die cracks and cut errors are additional possibilities that make certain 1973 pennies stand out. Over time, minting dies can crack under tremendous pressure, creating raised lines or blobs on coins. A large cut error, where part of the die breaks away completely, can create a striking appearance that error collectors love. These coins provide direct evidence of the intense stress experienced by minting equipment during high-speed production. Some cut errors become famous because of their unusual shapes and dramatic visual impact. Another reason the 1973 penny generates so much excitement is because Lincoln cents remain among the most collected coins in American history. Generations of collectors grew up searching through pennies, and rare Lincoln cent discoveries continue making headlines today. The idea that an ordinary-looking cent could secretly be worth millions creates a sense of adventure and mystery that keeps the hobby alive. Many collectors remember stories about famous valuable pennies discovered by accident in pocket change, inherited collections, or old coin jars stored away for decades. Those stories inspire people to carefully inspect every coin they encounter because the next great discovery might still be waiting. Some experts believe that unknown varieties of the 1973 penny may still exist because not every die pair or minting anomaly has been fully documented. As technology improves, collectors can now examine coins with advanced magnification and digital imaging systems capable of revealing tiny details invisible to the naked eye. A new variety discovered today could instantly transform an overlooked penny into a sensational rarity. This possibility adds even more intrigue to the hunt for valuable 1973 coins. The historical period of the early 1970s also contributes to the fascination surrounding these pennies. America was experiencing economic changes, rising inflation, and growing concerns about metal costs, which placed pressure on the minting industry. During periods of transition and experimentation, unusual errors sometimes occur because new procedures and equipment adjustments increase the chance of mistakes slipping through. Collectors love coins connected to important historical moments because they represent tangible pieces of the past. There are even stories of collectors finding rare error pennies in bank-wrapped rolls decades after the coins were originally released. Imagine opening a forgotten roll of 1973 pennies and spotting an unusual shine, odd shape, or doubled lettering staring back at you. Moments like that fuel the excitement of coin roll hunting and encourage people to continue searching despite the long odds. Every collector dreams of discovering the next legendary coin hidden among ordinary change. Authentication plays a major role whenever a potentially valuable 1973 penny appears. Professional grading services carefully inspect coins to next 1982 1-cent coin. Today we are exploring one of the most mysterious and exciting coins ever discussed in the world of rare coin collecting, the legendary 1982 Lincoln 1-cent coin that many collectors believe could be worth an astonishing $110 million because of its rare errors, unbelievable mint mistakes, unusual features, and the incredible possibilities surrounding this historic penny. Imagine finding a simple-looking penny in an old coin jar, forgotten piggy bank, dusty attic box, or hidden family collection only to realize that the tiny copper-colored coin in your hand could potentially be worth more money than luxury mansions, expensive sports cars, and private islands combined. That dream has driven collectors for generations, and the 1982 penny has become one of the most talked about coins in American numismatic history because 1982 was one of the most important transition years ever for the Lincoln cent series. During that year the United States Mint changed the metal composition of the penny, experimented with different production methods, and created multiple varieties that still confuse and fascinate collectors today. Because of all these changes happening at the same time, the possibility of rare and undocumented minting mistakes became much greater, turning certain 1982 pennies into objects of obsession for serious collectors and treasure hunters around the world. The year 1982 is famous because the United States Mint transitioned from the traditional bronze composition of pennies to the newer zinc-based composition coated with copper. Before 1982, Lincoln cents were primarily made from copper, giving them a heavier weight and distinct metallic appearance. Rising copper prices forced the mint to search for cheaper alternatives, leading to one of the biggest changes in modern coin production. During this transition, both copper and zinc pennies were produced in the same year, creating confusion, variety differences, and opportunities for rare errors to occur. The Denver Mint struck billions of pennies during 1982, but whenever a mint undergoes major production changes, mistakes become much more likely. Collectors know that transition years often produce some of the rarest and most valuable coins ever discovered because the minting process becomes more vulnerable to accidents, wrong planchets, die mismatches, and experimental production issues. One of the biggest reasons the 1982 penny creates so much excitement is because of the possibility of a rare bronze composition example existing when it should not. The standard 1982 small date penny was supposed to be struck on zinc planchets, but if a bronze planchet accidentally remained in the production system and received the 1982 small date design, it would instantly become one of the rarest Lincoln cents ever known. Such a discovery would be historically important because it would represent a transitional error coin created during a major change in United States coinage. Collectors and experts constantly search through old penny collections hoping to find a genuine bronze 1982 small date cent because no officially confirmed example has become widely accepted, making the mystery even more powerful. The possibility that such a coin exists somewhere in the world keeps collectors searching through rolls of pennies every single day. Weight is one of the most important clues when examining 1982 pennies. Traditional bronze cents weigh approximately 3.11 grams, while zinc cents weigh around 2.5 grams. A collector discovering a 1982 small date penny with the heavier bronze weight would immediately attract attention from experts worldwide. If authenticated, such a coin could become one of the greatest numismatic discoveries in American history. The thought of an unknown bronze transitional error hiding in circulation for decades creates endless fascination among collectors because it means that valuable treasures might still be waiting in ordinary places. Another major factor that could push the value of a 1982 penny into unbelievable territory is the existence of dramatic double die errors. A double die occurs when the die used to strike coins receives a misaligned impression during the hubbing process, causing parts of the design to appear doubled. On Lincoln cents, collectors closely inspect the date, the word Liberty, and the phrase "In God We Trust" for signs of doubling. Strong double die features create coins that stand out immediately because the lettering and numbers appear thickened, separated, or shadowed. If a 1982 penny were discovered with intense double die characteristics combined with a rare composition error or exceptional condition, it could become one of the most valuable pennies ever produced. Collectors are willing to pay enormous sums for coins that display obvious and dramatic minting mistakes because they represent unique moments in mint history. Off-center strike errors also make certain 1982D pennies incredibly valuable. These errors happen when the coin blank is not properly centered during the striking process, causing part of the design to be missing while leaving a blank crescent-shaped area on the coin. The more dramatic the off-center strike while still showing the date, the more desirable the coin usually becomes. Some off-center pennies look so unusual that people can hardly believe they were produced by the United States Mint. Error collectors especially love dramatic off-center examples because they are visually striking and impossible to ignore. A rare 1982D penny with a major off-center strike and transitional metal composition would create tremendous excitement in the coin collecting world. Another extraordinary possibility involves wrong planchet errors. Sometimes coins are accidentally struck on blanks intended for other denominations or even foreign coins. Imagine discovering a 1982D penny struck on a dime planchet, quarter planchet, or experimental foreign blank. Such errors are extremely rare because mint quality control systems usually catch mistakes before they leave the facility. However, when errors escape into circulation, they become legendary collectibles. A 1982D penny struck on the wrong metal could have a strange color, unusual weight, or distorted appearance, making it instantly recognizable to experienced collectors. Coins like these often become centerpieces in major auctions because they combine rarity, mystery, and historical significance into one small object. Die cracks and cut errors are also important possibilities that increase collector interest in 1982D pennies. Minting dies endure enormous pressure during coin production, and over time they can crack or break apart. When this happens, raised lines or unusual blobs appear on coins struck by damaged dies. Large cut errors, where part of the die completely breaks away, create dramatic raised areas that collectors find fascinating. These errors provide direct evidence of the intense conditions inside the mint and showcase the imperfections of the manufacturing process. Some collectors specialize entirely in die crack and cut error coins because every example tells a unique story about mint equipment failures and production stress. Another reason the 1982D penny remains so famous is because there are multiple varieties from that year involving large date and small date designs. The differences between the large date and small date versions may seem minor to casual observers, but experienced collectors know that these distinctions can dramatically affect value. The small date variety features thinner numbers and a more delicate appearance, while the large date has bolder and thicker numerals. Since both copper and zinc compositions were used during 1982, collectors must carefully identify date style and metal composition to determine whether a coin might be rare. This complexity adds excitement to the hunt because many people unknowingly own valuable varieties without realizing it. Collectors continue searching through bank rolls, old jars, estate sales, and inherited collections hoping to uncover a rare combination overlooked for decades. The possibility of discovering a previously unknown die variety adds another layer of mystery surrounding the 1982D penny. Even after decades of study, new varieties and die markers continue being identified by dedicated collectors using advanced magnification tools and digital photography. Tiny details invisible to the naked eye can reveal important differences between coins struck from different dies. A newly discovered variety with unusual doubling, repunched mint marks, or unique die damage could instantly become famous within the numismatic community. The excitement of discovering something new keeps the hobby alive and motivates collectors to examine coins with incredible attention to detail. Another fascinating possibility involves broadstrike errors, which occur when the retaining collar fails during the minting process. Without the collar to hold the coin in place, the metal spreads outward under pressure, creating a wider and flatter appearance. Broadstrike pennies often look unusual because they lack normal raised rims and appear stretched. A dramatic 1982D broadstrike combined with transitional metal composition would attract enormous interest among collectors because it would represent multiple unusual minting events happening at once. Multi-error coins are among the most prized collectibles because the odds of several minting mistakes occurring together are incredibly low. Some collectors believe there may still be undiscovered multi-era 1982D pennies hidden in circulation or stored away in forgotten collections. Clipped planchet errors are another category that fascinates collectors. These occur when the metal blank is improperly cut before striking, leaving a missing curved or straight section on the finished coin. Dramatic clips can create highly. Next, 1991 1-cent coin. Today we are diving into the fascinating mystery of the 1991 Lincoln 1-cent coin from the United States, a coin that many collectors believe could reach an unbelievable value of $98 million because of rare minting errors, shocking mistakes, hidden varieties, and extraordinary possibilities that continue to excite treasure hunters and coin experts around the world. Imagine finding a simple penny in an old piggy bank, a forgotten coin jar, a family inheritance, or even in everyday pocket change, only to discover that the tiny copper-colored coin in your hand could potentially be worth more than luxury mansions, private jets, and exotic supercars combined. That dream is exactly why millions of people continue checking pennies every single day, and why the 1991 Lincoln cent has become a subject of endless fascination among collectors who believe that rare examples with unusual errors and extraordinary features may still be hiding in circulation waiting to be discovered. Most people overlook pennies because they seem common and ordinary, but coin collecting history has repeatedly shown that even the smallest and most overlooked coins can become legendary treasures when rare mistakes and unique circumstances are involved. The 1991 penny exists during an interesting period in United States coin production because the mint was striking billions of cents every year to satisfy circulation demand, and whenever production numbers become massive, the chances of minting mistakes increase dramatically. With so many coins being produced at high speed, it only takes one unusual accident, one damaged die, one wrong blank, or one unnoticed error to create a coin that becomes a once-in-a-lifetime collectible. Collectors understand this better than anyone, which is why they examine Lincoln cents carefully, looking for hidden clues that could reveal a coin worth a fortune. One of the most exciting possibilities connected to the 1991 penny is the existence of doubled die errors. Doubled dies occur when the die used to strike coins receives multiple misaligned impressions during the hubbing process, causing visible doubling on letters, numbers, or design elements. On a 1991 penny, collectors carefully inspect the date, the word liberty, the phrase "In God We Trust," and Lincoln's portrait, looking for signs of separation, shadowing, or thickened lettering. Strong double die examples are highly prized because they are dramatic, easy to identify, and directly connected to the minting process itself. A powerful double die on a 1991 cent preserved in pristine condition could attract enormous attention among collectors because modern double die discoveries are extremely exciting and often become famous throughout the numismatic community. If such a coin also displayed additional rare errors, the value could rise to astonishing levels because multi-error coins are among the rarest collectibles in existence. Another reason the 1991 penny creates so much excitement is the possibility of transitional errors or wrong metal strikes. Since the United States Mint had already transitioned from primarily copper composition to zinc-based pennies coated with copper during the 1980s, collectors sometimes wonder whether rare off-metal strikes or leftover planchets from previous years might have accidentally entered production. Imagine discovering a 1991 penny struck on an unusual bronze planchet, a foreign coin blank, or a metal intended for another denomination. Such mistakes are incredibly rare because mint quality control systems are designed to detect irregularities before coins enter circulation. However, history has proven that extraordinary errors sometimes escape the mint unnoticed, becoming some of the most valuable and mysterious coins ever discovered. A genuine 1991 penny struck on the wrong metal would immediately attract worldwide attention from collectors, grading experts, and auction houses because it would represent an extremely rare minting accident tied to modern coin production. Weight becomes one of the most important clues in identifying such treasures because normal 1991 cents weigh around 2.5 grams due to their zinc composition, while unusual examples struck on different metals may weigh significantly more or less. Off-center strike errors are another category that could make a 1991 penny incredibly valuable. These errors occur when the coin blank is not properly aligned during the striking process, causing part of the design to be missing while leaving a blank crescent-shaped area. Collectors especially value off-center coins where the date remains visible because the date confirms the coin's identity and historical significance. A dramatic off-center 1991 penny with sharp details and strong luster could command huge premiums, especially if the strike is severe yet still displays enough design to identify the coin clearly. Some off-center coins appear so unusual that people can hardly believe they were officially produced by the United States Mint. The visual impact of such errors makes them extremely popular among collectors because they instantly stand out from ordinary coins. Another fascinating possibility involves broad strike errors. Broad strikes occur when the retaining collar fails during the striking process, allowing the metal to spread outward under immense pressure. These coins appear wider and flatter than normal and often lack proper rims. A broad-struck 1991 penny with bright uncirculated surfaces and strong design details would attract serious collector interest because broad strikes clearly demonstrate a dramatic failure in the minting process. Error collectors love visually unusual coins because they reveal the hidden mechanical problems that sometimes occur during high-speed production. Some broad strikes are so dramatic that they become famous examples studied by collectors for decades. Clipped planchet errors also play a major role in the fascination surrounding the 1991 penny. These errors occur when the metal blank is improperly cut before striking, leaving part of the finished coin missing in a curved or straight shape. Large clips are especially desirable because they create unmistakable and visually dramatic appearances. Collectors often look for signs such as the Blakesley effect, which confirms the clip occurred during production rather than after the coin entered circulation. A major clipped planchet error on a 1991 penny combined with mint state preservation could become an extraordinary collectible worth enormous sums to serious error coin enthusiasts. Another reason the 1991 penny has become so intriguing is the possibility of die cracks and cut errors. Minting dies endure incredible pressure while striking millions of coins, and over time they can crack or break apart. When this happens, raised lines known as die cracks appear on coins, while larger breaks create raised blobs called cuts. Some cut errors are so dramatic that they cover significant portions of the design, creating bizarre appearances that immediately catch attention. Collectors appreciate these errors because they provide direct evidence of the stress experienced by mint equipment. A major cut affecting Lincoln's portrait, the date, or important lettering on a 1991 penny could create intense demand among collectors because every cut pattern is unique and impossible to duplicate exactly. Another exciting possibility involves rotated die errors. Normally the front and back of a coin align in a standard orientation, but sometimes the dies become improperly positioned, causing one side to rotate relative to the other. A dramatic rotated die 1991 penny would instantly attract interest because the unusual orientation is easy to observe and highly collectible. Coins with extreme rotations are particularly desirable because they demonstrate a significant mechanical error during production. If combined with other mistakes such as off-center strikes or doubled dies, the coin could become one of the most extraordinary modern error cents ever discovered. The 1991 penny also attracts attention because of the possibility of strike-through errors. These occur when foreign material becomes trapped between the die and the coin blank during striking. Grease, cloth fibers, metal fragments, or other debris can create missing details, unusual textures, or strange patterns on the finished coin. Strike-through errors are fascinating because they create one-of-a-kind appearances impossible to replicate exactly. A dramatic strike-through affecting Lincoln's portrait or the date on a 1991 penny could become extremely valuable if authenticated and preserved in excellent condition. Collectors love unique strike-throughs because they provide insight into the chaotic environment inside mint production facilities where machinery operates at incredible speeds. Some collectors also search for lamination errors on 1991 pennies. Lamination errors occur when impurities or defects within the metal cause parts of the coin's surface to peel, crack, or separate. These errors can create spectacular appearances that make coins look almost damaged or torn apart even though the issue originated during production. A severe lamination error on a 1991 penny could attract huge interest because such defects are visually dramatic and relatively uncommon. Combined with other rare features, a major lamination error could dramatically increase collector demand. The idea that multiple minting mistakes could appear on the same coin creates endless excitement among treasure hunters because multi-error coins are among the rarest and most valuable pieces in numismatics. Another major factor behind the fascination with the 1991 penny is condition rarity. Although billions of 1991 cents were produced, most entered circulation and became worn over time. Coins preserved in flawless mint state condition are much harder to find than most people realize. Collectors compete fiercely for coin. Next 2017 P1 cent coin. Today we are uncovering one of the most shocking and mysterious stories in the modern coin collecting world, the unbelievable tale of the 2017 P Lincoln 1 cent coin that many collectors and treasure hunters believe could be worth an astonishing $105 million because of its rare errors, mint mistakes, hidden varieties, and extraordinary possibilities that continue to excite the numismatic community around the world. Imagine finding an ordinary-looking penny in your pocket change, inside a cash register, under a couch cushion, or hidden in an old coin jar only to discover that the tiny coin in your hand may actually be one of the rarest and most valuable modern coins ever produced in the United States. That possibility is exactly why collectors spend countless hours searching through rolls of pennies every single day, and why the mysterious 2017 P cent has become a legendary topic among coin enthusiasts. Most people assume modern pennies cannot be valuable because they are so common, but history has proven again and again that even the newest coins can contain rare errors and hidden mistakes worth fortunes beyond imagination. The 2017 P penny stands out because it represents a fascinating combination of modern minting technology, unusual possibilities, and the growing popularity of rare error coins among collectors worldwide. One of the most important and mysterious aspects of the 2017 P penny is the presence of the Philadelphia mint mark. For generations, Philadelphia minted Lincoln cents without placing a P mint mark on the coin, making them unique compared to coins struck in Denver or San Francisco. However, in 2017 the United States Mint made a historic change to celebrate the 225th anniversary of the Philadelphia Mint by adding a P mint mark to Lincoln cents for the very first time in history. This instantly made the 2017 P penny a historic issue because it represented a one-year-only design change that collectors immediately recognized as special. Whenever the mint introduces a major change, the chances of unusual minting errors and transitional mistakes increase dramatically, and collectors know that historic first-year issues often become highly collectible over time. Because the 2017 P cent marks such a major event in American coinage history, many experts believe rare undocumented varieties and extraordinary minting accidents may still be waiting to be discovered. One of the biggest reasons collectors believe a 2017 P penny could become unbelievably valuable is the possibility of a dramatic double die error. Double dies occur when the die receives multiple misaligned impressions during the hubbing process, creating visible doubling on letters, numbers, or design features. On Lincoln cents, collectors carefully inspect the date, the P mint mark, the word liberty, and the phrase "In God we trust," looking for signs of strong doubling. A powerful double die on a 2017 P penny would instantly attract attention because the mint mark itself was already historic. Imagine finding a coin where the P mint mark appears doubled or separated clearly under magnification. Such a coin would become legendary among modern era collectors because it would combine the first ever Philadelphia mint mark cent with a dramatic minting mistake. If preserved in flawless condition, collectors believe values could rise to astonishing levels due to the coin's historical importance and extreme rarity. Another major possibility involves missing mint mark errors. Since 2017 was the first year Philadelphia cents carried a P mint mark, a coin accidentally struck without the mint mark could become incredibly significant. Collectors would view such a piece as both a transitional error and a historical anomaly. A genuine 2017 penny lacking the expected P mint mark while showing proof of authentic production could become one of the most important modern Lincoln cents ever discovered. The idea that a coin tied to such a historic minting event might accidentally omit the very feature that made it famous creates enormous excitement among collectors. Authentication experts would carefully examine the surface for signs of alteration because the difference between a true mint error and post-mint damage can mean the difference between an ordinary coin and a multi-million-dollar treasure. Off-center strike errors are another possibility that could make certain 2017 pennies worth extraordinary amounts of money. These errors occur when the coin blank is not properly aligned during the striking process, causing part of the design to be missing while leaving a blank crescent-shaped area. Collectors especially value off-center coins where the date and mint mark remain visible because those details confirm the coin's identity. A dramatic 2017 off-center strike showing the historic P mint mark could become one of the most recognizable modern era coins ever found. The larger the off-center strike without losing the key details, the greater the collector interest usually becomes. Some off-center coins look so unusual that people can hardly believe they were officially produced by the United States Mint. Another exciting possibility surrounding the 2017 penny involves wrong planchet errors. Sometimes coins are accidentally struck on blanks intended for other denominations or foreign coins. Imagine discovering a 2017 penny struck on a dime planchet, nickel planchet, or experimental metal blank. Such mistakes are extremely rare because mint quality control systems are designed to detect irregularities before coins leave the production facility. However, history has shown that rare wrong planchet coins occasionally escape into circulation, becoming some of the most valuable and fascinating collectibles in numismatic history. A 2017 penny struck on the wrong metal would likely display unusual color, weight, thickness, or size characteristics, instantly drawing the attention of experienced collectors. If authenticated as genuine, such a coin could achieve legendary status because it would combine modern rarity with historical importance. Broad strike errors are also highly prized by collectors, and the 2017 penny presents exciting possibilities in this category. A broad strike occurs when the retaining collar fails during the striking process, allowing the metal to spread outward under intense pressure. These coins appear wider and flatter than normal and often lack proper rims. A broad-struck 2017 penny with strong details and brilliant uncirculated surfaces would attract enormous attention because the unusual appearance makes the error instantly visible even to casual observers. Collectors love visually dramatic errors because they clearly demonstrate the unpredictable nature of coin production and showcase the rare moments when minting machinery fails in spectacular ways. Some experts believe the 2017 penny may also exist with die clash errors, where coin dies strike each other without a blank planchet between them. This creates ghost-like impressions from one side of the coin appearing on the opposite die, which are then transferred onto later struck coins. Die clash marks can create unusual lines, distortions, or faint design elements in unexpected places. A strong die clash involving the P mint mark or major Lincoln portrait features could make a 2017 penny extremely collectible, especially if the clash pattern is unique or dramatic. Error collectors often study die clashes carefully because they provide direct evidence of the minting process and reveal the hidden mechanics behind coin production. Clipped planchet errors are another fascinating possibility for the 2017 penny. These occur when the metal blank is improperly cut before striking, leaving part of the finished coin missing in a curved or straight shape. Large clipped errors are especially popular because they create highly unusual-looking coins that immediately stand out. A dramatic clipped planchet 2017 penny with sharp details and full mint luster could command enormous premiums due to its visual appeal and rarity. Collectors appreciate clipped planchets because they represent clear and undeniable mint mistakes that cannot easily be duplicated or faked. Another factor contributing to the legendary status of the 2017 penny is the possibility of experimental or transitional strikes. Whenever the United States Mint introduces design changes or new production methods, there is always a chance that test pieces or unusual trial strikes could accidentally escape into circulation. Some collectors speculate that experimental 2017 cents using unusual alloys, striking pressures, or unfinished dies may still exist unnoticed in the public. The discovery of such a coin would send shockwaves through the numismatic community because it would provide a rare glimpse into the behind-the-scenes operations of the mint during an important historical anniversary year. Coins connected to special events or transitions often become far more valuable because they represent unique moments in American coinage history. Another major reason the 2017 penny creates excitement is because modern coins are often overlooked by the public. Most people assume valuable coins must be ancient or extremely old, which means rare modern errors can remain hidden for years before being recognized. Many valuable error coins have been discovered by ordinary people checking pocket change or searching through bank-wrapped rolls. This possibility gives modern coin collecting a sense of adventure because treasures may still be circulating unnoticed in everyday transactions. The idea that a life-changing coin could appear in your change from a grocery store or vending machine keeps collectors motivated to inspect every penny carefully. Condition also plays an enormous role in determining the value of a last 1975 1-cent coin. Today we are uncovering the incredible mystery behind the legendary 1975 Lincoln 1-cent coin, a tiny piece of American history that many collectors believe could be worth an unbelievable $90 million because of rare minting errors, shocking mistakes, hidden varieties, and extraordinary possibilities that continue to fascinate treasure hunters and coin experts around the world. Imagine reaching into your pocket, opening an old coin jar, or sorting through a forgotten family collection and discovering a simple-looking penny that could potentially change your life forever. That dream is exactly why collectors spend countless hours searching through rolls of pennies every single day, and why the 1975 penny has become one of the most talked about coins among people who believe rare hidden treasures may still exist in ordinary circulation. While most people see pennies as nearly worthless loose change, serious collectors understand that certain coins become valuable because of tiny details, rare production mistakes, and historical circumstances that make them stand out from billions of ordinary examples. The 1975 penny comes from a fascinating era in United States coin production when the Denver Mint was striking enormous quantities of Lincoln cents to satisfy nationwide demand. Whenever the mint produces coins in massive numbers under high pressure and incredible speed, mistakes become inevitable, and sometimes those mistakes create coins so rare and unusual that collectors are willing to pay astonishing amounts to own them. The idea that a 1975 penny could someday sell for $90 million may sound unbelievable, but history has repeatedly shown that rare error coins can become legendary treasures when rarity, condition, mystery, and collector demand combine perfectly. One of the biggest reasons the 1975 penny attracts so much excitement is the possibility of a dramatic double die error. Double dies occur when the die used to strike coins receives multiple misaligned impressions during the hubbing process, creating visible doubling on letters, numbers, or design features. Collectors examining 1975 pennies carefully study the date, the D mint mark, the word liberty, the phrase "In God We Trust," and Lincoln's portrait looking for signs of separation or thickened lettering. Strong double die examples can become extraordinarily valuable because they are visually dramatic and directly connected to the minting process itself. A powerful double die on a 1975 penny preserved in pristine condition would instantly attract attention from collectors around the world because major double die Lincoln cents are among the most popular and sought-after error coins in American numismatics. The stronger and clearer the doubling appears, the greater the excitement often becomes, especially if the coin remains in flawless red mint state condition with brilliant original luster and razor-sharp details. Another fascinating possibility involves off-center strike errors. These errors occur when the coin blank is improperly positioned during striking, causing part of the design to be missing while leaving a blank crescent-shaped area on the coin. Collectors especially value off-center pennies where the full date remains visible because the date confirms the coin's identity and historical significance. A dramatic 1975 penny struck 40 or 50% off-center while still showing the complete date and mint mark could become one of the most visually stunning Lincoln cent errors ever discovered. Some off-center coins appear so unusual that people can hardly believe they were officially produced by the United States Mint. Error collectors love coins with strong visual impact because they immediately stand out from ordinary coins and clearly demonstrate failures within the minting process. Another major reason the 1975 penny continues attracting attention is the possibility of wrong planchet errors. Sometimes coins are accidentally struck on blanks intended for other denominations or foreign coins. Imagine discovering a 1975 penny struck on a dime planchet, nickel blank, or unusual foreign metal composition. Such mistakes are incredibly rare because mint quality control systems are designed to prevent improper blanks from entering production. However, history proves that rare wrong planchet coins occasionally escape into circulation, becoming some of the most valuable and mysterious treasures in numismatic history. A genuine 1975 D penny struck on the wrong metal would likely display unusual size, weight, thickness, or color characteristics, immediately catching the attention of experienced collectors. Authentication experts would carefully study the coin's composition and die characteristics to confirm whether it truly originated from the mint as an error. If genuine, such a coin could become legendary and command enormous prices at auction because of its rarity and historical importance. Broad strike errors are another category that could make certain 1975 D pennies incredibly valuable. Broad strikes occur when the retaining collar fails during the striking process, allowing the metal to spread outward under immense pressure. These coins appear wider and flatter than normal and often lack proper raised rims. A broad-struck 1975 D penny with bright red surfaces and exceptional detail would attract enormous collector interest because broad strikes provide clear evidence of a dramatic minting malfunction. Some broad strikes are especially prized when they occur alongside additional errors such as double dies or die cracks. Multi-error coins are among the rarest and most valuable collectibles because the odds of several minting mistakes occurring on the same coin are incredibly small. The possibility that undiscovered multi-error 1975 D pennies may still exist hidden in old jars or bankrolls keeps collectors searching year after year. Clipped planchet errors also contribute to the fascination surrounding the 1975 D penny. These occur when the metal blank is improperly cut before striking, leaving a missing curved or straight section on the finished coin. Dramatic clips can create highly unusual appearances that immediately attract attention. Collectors often search for clips showing the Blakesley effect, a weakening opposite the clipped area that confirms the error occurred during production rather than after the coin entered circulation. A large clipped planchet error on a 1975 D penny preserved in mint state condition could command huge premiums because of its rarity and strong visual appeal. Another exciting possibility connected to the 1975 D penny involves die cracks and cut errors. Minting dies experience tremendous stress while striking millions of coins, and over time they can crack or break apart. Die cracks create raised lines on coins, while larger breaks produce raised blobs called cuts. Some cut errors become famous because they dramatically alter the appearance of the coin. Imagine a 1975 D penny with a massive cut covering part of Lincoln's portrait or obscuring portions of the lettering. Such a coin would immediately stand out among collectors because every cut pattern is unique and impossible to duplicate exactly. Error specialists appreciate die cracks and cuts because they reveal the intense pressures experienced inside mint facilities where machinery operates continuously at incredible speed. Another category that excites collectors is rotated die errors. Normally the front and back designs of a coin align in a standard orientation, but mechanical problems can cause one die to rotate improperly relative to the other. A dramatic rotated die 1975 D penny would become highly collectible because the unusual alignment is easy to observe and demonstrates a clear production mistake. Coins with major rotations are especially desirable when combined with additional errors or exceptional condition. The more unusual the orientation, the greater the collector demand often becomes. Some rotated die coins become famous because they are so visually strange that they seem almost impossible. Strike-through errors also add to the mystery and excitement surrounding the 1975 D penny. These occur when foreign materials such as grease, cloth fibers, or metal fragments becomes trapped between the die and the planchet during striking. Strike-throughs can create missing details, unusual textures, or bizarre patterns on the coin's surface. A dramatic strike-through affecting Lincoln's portrait, the date, or the mint mark could make a 1975 D penny extraordinarily collectible because such errors are unique and impossible to replicate perfectly. Collectors enjoy strike-through errors because they provide insight into the unpredictable conditions inside mint production facilities and create one-of-a-kind appearances unlike any other coins. Another possibility involves lamination errors, which occur when impurities or defects within the metal cause parts of the coin's surface to peel, split, or separate. Lamination errors can create dramatic appearances that make coins look almost torn apart even though the problem originated during the manufacturing process. A severe lamination error on a 1975 D penny would likely attract serious collector interest, especially if combined with strong strike quality and uncirculated preservation. Collectors appreciate lamination errors because they reveal hidden flaws inside the metal itself and showcase another way in which mint production can create unusual collectibles. The 1975 D penny also generates excitement because of the enduring popularity of Lincoln cents in general. Lincoln pennies remain among the most widely collected coins in American history because generations of people grew up handling them daily. Collectors love the series because it combines accessibility, history, and the possibility